Hey, I'm Grant with Grant's Game Rex, and today I am bringing you the top 10 board games that I want to make out with. That's right, I want to make out with games. You might be asking yourself, why would he want to make out with games? Well, because they're gorgeous and they make me feel good about myself. So maybe the appropriate question is, why wouldn't I want to make out with games? Number 10 on my list is the game Tidal Blades Heroes of the Reef. This game is so beautiful in so many ways. It's got amazing artwork, it's got amazing production design, all the custom dice are so pretty, and the board and all the stuff going on is just so big. There's all these different components. I've heard some people online say things like, oh, this game is overproduced. What? You think that's a bad thing? You mean this game is doing more than it has to impress me? Yeah. Yes, please. Please try to impress me. Thank you, game, for trying to impress me. There is no such thing as overproduced. There is impress me produced, okay? You put in the work, you get the rewards. Number 9 on my top 10 games I want to make out with is the game Rap Gods. This game, the board alone makes me want to make out with it, okay? It's got one of the coolest boards in all of board gaming. I'll show it to you. Look at this thing. Boom! Right? Isn't that so cool? It looks like an actual vinyl record. Man, this just makes me happy every time I look at it. You know what I mean? And sharing music taste with somebody, that's a real turn on for me. And I share your music taste, Rap Gods. Just looking at you makes me want to come into Kiss Town. Number 8 on my list is the game Brew. This game is so beautiful / so brutal. It's beautiful because the artwork is amazing in it and the custom dice are some of the coolest you will ever see. But it's brutal because there's a ton of take that in the game and it affects everybody. There's a bunch of area control where everybody is just messing with everybody the whole time and it makes you angry. And aren't angry makeout sessions some of the best ones? You know, when you're like, I love you, but I'm mad at you right now. Come here. Blah. It's just emotion. It's passionate. That's what this game is. This game is passionate. And in the end, after you're done being passionate, you step back and you're like, all right, you're pretty cool. Multiple of the games I've already brought up, I've mentioned they're here partly because they're gorgeous. But you know what? Looks aren't the only reason I want to make out with something. Sometimes I want to make out with its mind. That's why number 7 on the list is Wavelength. Oh boy, do I want to make out with your mind, Wavelength. Your mind is so interesting. In this game, you are giving clues to your teammates to try to get them to guess a certain part of a spectrum. You know, if it's good to bad, well, what clue are you going to give for right here? And it makes you think in such interesting ways, and it makes you try to get on the same wavelength as other people around you. And it's one of the most interesting thought games of all time. That's why you're here, Wavelength. Not every game has to be this big, epic experience for me to want to make out with it. You know, sometimes you just need like a little short makeout session to make you feel loved, to make you feel important. You just need that quick little reminder. That's why number 6 is Deep Sea Adventure. This is one of the best small box games out there, okay? It's gorgeous. I love the graphic design. The color scheme is so pretty. I love blue because it makes my eyes pop. But this is obviously such a small little box. I can bring it anywhere and it's fun. It's dice rolling. It's push your luck. And it's just that quick little reminder that games and we get along. When I'm frightened, There is nothing that I want more than somebody to hold me. When I'm scared, just make out with me and tell me everything's going to be okay. Number 5, Mysterium. This is one of the best spooky games out there. In the game, one person has died and plays as the ghost, giving visions to all the other players who play as clairvoyants, trying to figure out how the ghost died. The artwork on all the cards is amazing. It's esoteric and dreamlike and gorgeous. The production design is really awesome. And it's one of the most memorable experiences you'll ever have playing a board game. Mysterium. Hold me. Number 4 on my list of the top 10 games I want to make out with is Everdell. This is a kingdom full of some of the most adorable woodland creatures you will ever see. Am I saying that I want to make out with woodland creatures? Yes. Yes, I am. And anybody who's played Everdell knows why. Okay, they're just so adorable. You just want to be friends with them and snuggle up next to them and fall asleep near them, telling about your hopes and your dreams, you know? That's just how good they make you feel. And it's not just the adorable woodland creatures. This also has this really impressive tree in it, and it's a really fun, thinky combination of worker placement and engine building. Everdell. Let's make out. I don't want to just make out with something for the sake of making out. I want to make out with something because I love it. And I want to tell the story of our love. Well, I think the best storytelling game out there is Forgotten Waters. This is a swashbuckling pirate adventure that takes you on this epic journey. You're visiting islands, you're fighting other ships, you're getting into storms. It is so memorable and fun, and it makes me want to tell the story of us, Forgotten Waters, the story of Grant and FW. But the storytelling isn't the only reason to love this game. It also has one of the best senses of humor of any game out there. This game is hilarious. It's not just a storytelling on the board. There is voice acting that goes along with this. And the voice acting is hilarious and memorable and wonderful and charming. And it's so great that sometimes I don't even want to play the game. I just want to turn on the voice acting and fall asleep listening to the story of Forgotten Waters. That's how great it is. This list had a few pretty new games on it, but I don't ignore my roots, okay? I don't forget where I've come from. And the game that taught me how beautiful modern board gaming could be was Azul, all right? Board games move fast, and there's always new ones coming out, but you can never go wrong going back to a gorgeous game like Azul. It still has one of the best production values and some of the prettiest things to look out in any game out there. I have used this game to introduce so many different people to modern board gaming, and it's always loved. Because even if you don't like the puzzle aspect of the game, it just looks so great. You can sit back and go, wow, I suck at this game, but boy, does this look cool. Ha ha! I'm just going to stare at this for a while as I can't figure out where I want to put the tiles I want to put. Well, I'll just stare at this a while because it's still great. And the number 1 game on the top 10 games I want to make out with is Aquatica. This combines all the best of everything. Beautiful artwork, incredible production design, interesting, thinky gameplay. The more and more I play Aquatica, the more and more it grows on me. That's right, Aquatica, we can grow together. You and me, let's spend a lifetime together, just growing, bringing out the best in each other. I love the way Aquatica looks, and I love the way Aquatica thinks. I want to make out with its body and its mind. And that's it, the top 10 games I want to make out with. I hope I didn't turn you on too much, but I do hope that I helped you find some games that you want to make out with too.